Hey guys, welcome to Verge. Well, today we're doing a fan favorite video. The last two videos I did on rare and uncommon Xbox 360 games were actually a huge hit. So today I'm going to make another 5 rare and uncommon games, but this time it's going to be for the Wii U. And I'm doing it a little different this time because I don't have as many Wii U games currently as I do with 360, but there are plenty of rare and uncommon games that I know of from my adventures and travels across the country. So I'm going to actually be telling you 3 ones that I currently own that are rare and uncommon, as well as 2 that I don't own. And one will be a cheaper uncommon game, and then one will be a more rare or sought after, a little bit more expensive game. Okay? So let's start off this video. And now this is probably going to be one of the rarest Wii U games when people are searching for Wii U games in the future or even now. And it's Axiom Verge. And I'm sure that most collectors for Wii U know of this. In fact, you might have it because it was a limited run. It's the only Wii U limited run that they've ever released. Probably is going to be the only Wii U limited run that they will ever release. It was the only way to get it was through their ordering system when they had them up. Now, these were limited copies. I'm showing you just the case. It actually came with the special edition with the big box. I have that as well, but I don't like displaying it because for whatever reason, the spine is just black. It doesn't say Wii U, doesn't say the game, nothing. So I really like, displaying them on the bookcase. So I have that put away with some of my other boxes, the collector's edition stuff, and just showing off the actual case. Now, I know, God forbid, I opened it and didn't leave this game sealed because I don't believe in sealed games. But I will say, just so people know, the inside does not have any sort of manual, any sort of insert. And now, from what I can tell, there was a big story behind this. Now, Limited Run got ripped off, I think, from Badlands, which were the original publishers of this game. They, I think, published all the other versions, like for Switch and stuff like that. But they tried to cancel the orders, and it took them forever to actually get it. And then when they did, they didn't make a lot of money because they had to take them to court. There's a big story behind this, and I might actually make a video later on explaining the whole story behind it. But this is, so far, I think the last physical Wii U release to come out. I don't know if they did another Just Dance. I'm sure they'll keep doing those because they're still making them on Wii. But the Wii U is pretty much done for games. This was one of the last, if not the last one, to come out. So if you're doing a complete collection, which apparently a lot of people are doing for Wii U now, that's going to be one to look out for. You're probably going to have to get it off eBay. Very doubtful you'll run into that in the wild. Now, this next game, I never thought would be uncommon, and almost rare, actually. When I started looking for it again, trying to find it was next to impossible. Now, I did find it at a GameStop, I think in Texas, or I don't remember the state, but it was very hard to come across, especially with the case. I think I came across it twice without the case, and the only time I came across it with the case, I was like, I have to get this. So, whoa. Avengers Battle for Earth for the Wii U, okay? Now, I never thought that this would be a super uncommon game, but it is. It's published by Ubisoft, but it looks like they didn't really publish a lot of them. Now, when searching for this one does have a manual, okay? So you know that you're going to be looking to make sure that it has that insert in there. So this is a fighting game, and apparently you use a lot of the touchscreen controls. And it has a lot of the characters, like I know you can play as Doctor Strange, Venom, some pretty cool ones. Now, I haven't played it yet myself, but when collecting, this is a pretty, I'd say it's somewhere in between rare and uncommon. Not extremely rare, but definitely very uncommon to find this. So if you're out there collecting Wii U and you come across a copy for this cheap, I think I paid $10. I thought that was pretty worth it since you don't come across it very often. This is a very good quality one too. The case was intact, disc is perfect. So keep an eye out for that. It's Avengers Battle for Earth for the Wii U. Now this next one is one of the few collector's editions for the Wii U. And I spoke about this game before in my previous video about collector's editions. But whenever you're out there collecting for Wii U, you always want to know what's available. So Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE. Now everybody's talking about this again because it's getting a Switch release with some more content and all the DLC on the cart, which is pretty cool. But what the Switch doesn't have is the collector's edition coming out for it. And especially if you want to collect for Wii U, this is going to be one of the ones that I'd say it's more uncommon, the actual game, not the collector's edition. The collector's edition is very rare. The actual game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, you'd think it would be a little bit rarer, but it's more uncommon, less rare. You see it every so often. You're not going to see it at every store, but you will find it. So I think that game's about $20 to $30 right now just for the game itself. The new one for Switch is coming out at $60, but the collector's edition is still hanging up there around $90. Now, $90 for a collector's edition for a system where everything is dirt cheap right now, this is only going up from there, okay? Now, this does come with I believe a CD, and I spoke about this before. It comes with an art book. Oh, here we go. Art book and CD and the game, plus the box. So if you're searching for Wii U stuff, this is one of the only collector's editions that they've actually come out with on Wii U. I know that they come out with a lot of those big boxes that include amiibos and other stuff like that, but this is one of the few collector's editions. So if you're out there searching and you come across one of these, definitely pick it up because who knows when you're going to come across it again. Now time for the other two games. So what we have is Ridea The Sky Soldier. Now, this game can be found on Amazon right now for about $15, but you gotta be careful. Now, the reason I include this one is because it is an uncommon game. It is published by NIS America, which if you've looked up on all the Wii U games, they have not published a lot for Wii U. In fact, it might be the only game that NIS America has published for Wii U. It's sitting, I think I already said this, but it's sitting at $15 right now on Amazon. Now, I know that a lot of the later releases of this game did not include the extras that it first came out with when it came out. Now, it included two versions of the game. You would get Ridea The Sky Soldier for the Wii U, but also you'd get a second disc of Ridea The Sky Soldier for the Wii. And it would have reversible cover art as well. So part of it would say the Wii U, and then you'd flip the cover art around and it would be the cover for the Wii. And the reason that they did this is the person who made Ridea The Sky Soldier originally made it for Wii, and then ended up porting it over to Wii U. But after doing so, said that the Wii U version is not the version of the game that he wanted people to see. He said it wasn't as good as the Wii version because of the motion controls. So he made sure to include the Wii version for free with a lot of the copies of Ridea The Sky Soldier so that people could experience the game the way that he wanted people to experience it. Now, this is actually pretty interesting because it makes another Wii game out there for people collecting Wii that probably don't even know it exists because it doesn't even have its own little barcode in any system for the Wii version. It's just a bonus that comes with the Wii U version. So whenever you're searching out there for Ridea The Sky Soldier or ordering it online, make sure you get the copy that actually comes with the Wii version. And keep an eye out for that because on Amazon, when I was looking around, there were some people saying that they ordered it and didn't get the Wii version or did get the Wii version. Now, Ridea itself is a pretty uncommon game for the Wii U. And I've played a bit of it. It's a pretty fun little platformer. So definitely look out for Ridea The Sky Soldier. Now, the last game is, whenever I do these 5 or more rare and uncommon games, the last game is always going to be a very hard to find rare game for the Wii U. Now, if you didn't know already, a lot of the games for the Wii U are already pretty rare and uncommon to find. But this one, Funky Barn, is actually a very hard to find game and has been since the start of collecting for the Wii U for a lot of people. Now, this was a very early release in the Wii U's time frame. Funky Barn, from what I can tell, because I have not played it myself, is a sort of farming simulator where you go around as a UFO and actually abduct little sheep and cows, and it's just, from what I can tell, a bunch of funky stuff happen around at a barn. Now, I'll include some photos of gameplay here to help you better understand, but more about what we're interested in this game is how rare it is. So if you're collecting for a complete Wii U collection, Funky Barn, I've only come across 2 copies the entire time that I've been collecting games. Between going around the country, between going and running several GameStops and my own video game store, I've only seen 2 copies of this game. Now, that means that this game is going to be pretty hard to find in the future if people are trying to collect Wii U down the road. It's going to be almost impossible to find. Is it a great game? I've heard that it can be fun from here and there, but this is going to be more of a collector's side game. You know, you might play it a little bit, be like, oh, that was fun, but it's more the rarity that's going to make this attractive to people. So keep an eye out for Funky Barn on Wii U. That's going to be a really hard one to find. Well, guys, thank you again for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what Wii U games you've been searching for and what ones have been really a pain in the butt to try and find. Because I've actually used to own a complete Wii U collection. I've been there in the ditch trying to find each and every one of these games, and I know how difficult they can be. The last game that it took for me for my complete Wii U collection was actually a Just Dance, because it just came out about the time that I completed it. I think it was funny because I talked about how 4 days after I completed my Wii U collection, they came out with a Just Dance that I now did not have a complete Wii U collection. So the last one before that was actually How to Train Your Dragon 2. That's a pretty uncommon one. That's a little bonus in there for you. I'll talk about that one more later on the next video. But go ahead and subscribe if you like the video. There's going to be tons more of these. Go ahead and give it a like and share the video. We need to share the information, okay? Let's get other collectors knowing about the Wii U. So, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great night.